The Shadow's Bargain. Eldenwood, with its enchanting forests and mystical tales, held a darker secret in its heart. In a secluded part of the village, away from the cheerful laughter and warm fires, lived a farmer named Alaric. Alaric was once the pride of Eldenwood, owning the most fertile land and producing the finest crops. But as seasons changed, so did his fortune. His fields lay barren, and a shadow of despair loomed over his once prosperous farm. One fateful night, as Alaric sat by his dying hearth, a chilling wind blew through the cracks of his home. With it came a dark, formless entity, its presence filling the room with an oppressive cold. "Desperation has a distinct scent, Alaric," the shadow whispered, its voice echoing like a distant lament. "I can grant you what you desire, but every deal has its price." Alaric, with hope dwindling, responded, "I'll pay any price to save my farm and restore my honor." The shadow, sensing Alaric's desperation, proposed a deal. 3 seasons of bountiful harvest I grant you, but when the 4th arrives, I'll return for what's mine. Without hesitation, Alaric agreed, and as dawn broke, his lands were transformed. Lush crops sprouted, and prosperity returned to his farm. The village was abuzz with whispers. How had Alaric's misfortunes reversed overnight? But Alaric remained silent, the weight of the bargain heavy on his soul. Seasons passed, and Alaric's farm flourished. But with each harvest, the dread of the shadow's return grew stronger. On a stormy night, as the 3rd harvest ended, the shadow reappeared. "Your time of reckoning is near, Alaric. When the first leaf of autumn falls, I shall claim my due." Terrified, Alaric sought the village seer, an old woman named Lysandra, known for her knowledge of the arcane. He confessed his dark bargain, hoping she held the key to breaking it. Lysandra, after listening intently, spoke, "Dark bargains are not easily undone, but there's a way. You must seek the Heartstone hidden deep within the Whispering Woods." "The Heartstone?" Alaric questioned, his voice trembling. "Yes," Lysandra replied. "It's a gem with the power to bind and unbind dark magic. But be warned, the woods are treacherous, and the stone is guarded by spirits of old." With determination, Alaric ventured into the Whispering Woods. The trees seemed to close in on him, their shadows dancing eerily in the moonlight. Days turned into nights as Alaric navigated the maze-like forest. He encountered spirits who whispered riddles and faced illusions that tested his resolve. One evening, he stumbled upon a clearing where an ancient oak stood. At its base lay the Heartstone, glowing with a soft, ethereal light. With the Heartstone in his possession, Alaric hurried back to Eldenwood, but the shadow, sensing the stone's power, was already waiting. "You think this trinket can save you?" it hissed, its form growing darker and more menacing. Alaric, holding the Heartstone aloft, chanted an ancient spell Lysandra had taught him. The stone pulsed with energy, casting a radiant light that enveloped the shadow. A battle of wills ensued, with the shadow trying to break free. But the Heartstone's power was too strong, and slowly, the dark entity began to dissipate. As dawn broke, the shadow was banished, and the Heartstone's glow dimmed. Alaric's farm, once bound by a dark bargain, was now free. The village celebrated Alaric's bravery, and tales of his adventure spread far and wide. The Heartstone was placed in the village's center, a symbol of hope and resilience. Alaric, humbled by his experience, often spoke of the dangers of desperation and the importance of seeking help when lost. Lysandra, with a knowing smile, watched over Eldenwood, her faith in Alaric unwavering. She knew that even in the darkest times, the human spirit could shine brightly. Seasons changed, and life in Eldenwood returned to normal. But the tale of the Shadow's bargain became a cautionary tale passed down through generations. Children would gather around the Heartstone, their eyes wide with wonder, as elders recounted Alaric's brave quest. As Alaric approached, a guardian spirit materialized. "Why do you seek the Heartstone?" it demanded. "To break a dark bargain and save my soul," Alaric confessed, his voice echoing through the clearing. The spirit, after a moment of silence, posed a challenge. "Answer my riddle, and the stone is yours. Fail, and you'll be bound to this forest forever." With no other choice, Alaric agreed. The spirit, with a voice as ancient as the wind, intoned, "I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I?" Alaric pondered the riddle, letting the words roll over in his mind. The forest around him seemed to hold its breath, waiting for his response. After what felt like an eternity, a realization dawned upon him. With newfound confidence, he replied, "An echo." The spirit, taken aback by Alaric's wisdom, nodded in approval. "You have answered correctly," it murmured, its voice filled with a mix of surprise and respect. The guardian spirit, honoring its word, allowed Alaric to take the Heartstone. "Use it wisely," it warned, "for its power is immense." The Whispering Woods, though still mysterious, became a place of reverence. Villagers would often visit, paying their respects to the guardian spirit and the ancient oak. And as the sun set over Eldenwood, casting long shadows over the village, the tales of bravery, sacrifice, and redemption continued to weave their magic. For in the heart of Eldenwood, every shadow held a story, every whisper a lesson, and every heart a glimmer of hope. And as the stars twinkled in the night sky, the village slept, dreams filled with adventures and mysteries, with the promise of a new tale on the horizon. For in Eldenwood, magic was real, and every tale, no matter how dark, held a lesson, a message of hope and love. And so, dear listener, as we bid farewell to the tale of the Shadow's Bargain, remember that every ending is but a new beginning, and every story holds a lesson, a message of hope and love. Stay with us, for there are more tales to be told, more adventures to be had, and more mysteries to be unraveled. Until our next tale, remember, the darkest stories are often those left untold. Good night.